Hey everybody, it's Chugga-Conroy! Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yesterday, feels so weird to be saying yesterday after all this time. Yesterday, we celebrated the oh-so-lovable and flamboyant Pietro's birthday, and today, it is Easter Sunday. Now, Easter can happen in all kinds of different days. It's just as it is in real life. You know, if you don't know what that is, you'll see it at the bottom of the screen. Because honestly, even I don't know what day Easter is set on. I really, really don't. It feels like whatever the heck day it feels like. It's different every year. Anyway, I got a lot of mail here. I should probably check this real quick. Whenever you give an animal a present they like on their birthday, you will get a letter from them the next day to the lovely email. Ooh, I will never forget the party we were able to celebrate together. You even gave me a wonderful gift. Today was like a dream. This is just a little thank you. From the dutiful Pietro. Yeah, what's really odd is that the animals see it as their duty to give you a present for giving them a birthday present. It's like, I appreciate the job. Pietro's pick! Pietro? Send me anything you want. I did not see that coming. What's up with the croc? How you been doing anyway? I wanted to say that I respect you and think you're usually dependable. I hope we'll be friends forever. That's all. Stop reading. Wow, this is shaping up to be a good day. Pietro's pick and then Croc actually sending me a legitimately nice letter. Watch, it probably has like a drawing of like him stabbing me like on the back of it or something. And the rest of these are just street pass. Okay, so I don't need to show these. Alright, got the mail all taken care of. So how about on this holiday of days, we go up and we head to the town plaza. I can't think of any better place to go on an event like this. Check it out, we got a special visitor who only started dancing as soon as walked up. What do you got, buddy? You got a spring in your step. You are Zipper. Boingity boing, hello there! Spring is sprung, hippity flipper. I'm the lucky spring bunny, so call me Zipper. Yay, let's all clap! Just in case you're wondering, this is totally not a costume gun. Don't you go snooping, okay? Alright, Tom Nook, I won't tell anyone. Anyway, zippity zap, let's move on. Recently, the weather's been pretty warm, and spring's so exciting. We should all play outside when the weather is so clear and the weather's inviting springity sporing. Come play outside with Zipper T Bunny and let's have a lot of fun because fun's super fun. Haha! Let me guess, your middle name is The, isn't it? I can't believe I just said that. Are you ready? Well then, let the fun begin. Let's look for eggs. Let's look for eggs. They're hiding, so hunt if you dare. Where are they now? Where are they now? I don't know. Look everywhere. Did you understand that? 6 types of eggs are hidden all around town, so you should look for them and bring them back to me. Once you find all 6 types of eggs, I'll give you a nice present. The eggs are hidden in shops or houses, so just look outside. Check the trees, the rocks, the water. Don't forget to look on the ground or up in the sky. They could be about anywhere. I wonder why. Well, have fun. Go on. Stop staring at me like that. Okay, so Zipper is kind of awkward but awesome, I have to say. And you might have noticed that there are a lot of dig spots in your town and things like that. That is because on Easter, you need to use your tools a bunch. Right there, we got an earth egg. You can find those buried in the ground. Not only that, but you might have noticed that there are a bunch of rocks all over your town. And from those, you can get stone eggs. Now, the thing is, you're going to be using all kinds of tools today, and your shovel is extra useful. There are all kinds of different ones you want to get, though, but before I get into the other types that you can find, I just want to let you know, be very careful today. Go through your town and make sure to hit every rock with your shovel, like every time you see one, because I'm not exactly sure what causes it, but there is a decently well-known glitch that occurs in Animal Crossing New Leaf where the rocks that get spawned for Easter for you to find stone eggs, for some odd reason, they will stay in your town forever, and I'm not really sure what causes it. I assume this added up over the course of several years. You could end up with a town full of rocks, though, but yeah. If rocks are in places that you don't like, be sure to hit them with your shovel today if you chose to turn your game on. Just letting you know that. In addition to all that, he did say to look in trees and stuff like that, and shouldn't you know it, wouldn't you know it, you can get a tree egg there, okay. So those are 3 ways that you can get them. You know, you have 2 ways that work with your shovel, 1 by shaking trees. Well, what else can you do? Well, in addition to that, clever segue, you're gonna need your slingshot because there's gonna be loads and loads of balloon presents floating by. If you want to get badges from Phineas, this is actually an excellent day because these count as balloons towards getting the badge for popping balloons. From that, you can get, where is it? A sky egg. Okay, so that's yet another unique type of egg. What tool is getting used next? Why, the fishing rod, of course. For if you catch fish on a day like today, you can get a water egg. So that's 5 out of 6. What tool will get you the very last type of egg? Why? Your wetsuit, of course! Woohoo! Love jumping off of that cliff. You couldn't really do things like that in previous Animal Crossings, though, so for someone who's been with the series for a long time, you know, like, being able to, like, jump off a cliff and go swimming, man, that's, like, mind-blowing and, like, such a huge deal to me. I love it. Anyway, yes, you want to swim around on the outskirts of town, and you'll find some non-moving shadows, and that'll get you a deep sea egg. So now that we got all 6 types of eggs, it seems like we are leaving out one really important tool that you would expect to be used, the net. Hate to tell you, but your net is absolutely worthless on this day, unless there's something I'm not really thinking about because I got all 6 types of eggs, I didn't use my net, I couldn't think of a single way that I could use my net. But yeah, the wetsuit is more important than your net for once. Anyway, let's go and see Zipper. Let's look for eggs, let's look for eggs! Huh, what's up? I brought you something. Oh, then let me see it. No, not the fossil. Let's give him the sky egg. Oh, you brought me a colorful, wonderful sky egg. Well, thank you, Hippity Hop. Keep up the hard work and bring me those other eggs. This is gonna take a while, just saying. This means you found all 6 of them. Well done, and hippity skip. You've done a great job with your egg search. I'll give you a prize. It's Fun Bunny merch. It's an egg basket. All right, here we go. Ready? Hooray, 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 hooray. By the way, did you know that you can eat these eggs? If you eat one and find a winning ticket in it, please bring it back to me for a gift. Whimmity wham! Okay, so after you've gotten those Easter baskets, you can then start taking the eggs to them to get those prizes like he was saying. I've gotten a lot of different eggs, and you know, you can sell these eggs if you want, but personally on holidays like today, I like getting the prizes that you can only get doing this. So let's eat this deep sea egg. Through my Samus helmet, of course. Sweet, I got a winning ticket. Awesome. So there are actually a few different degrees of things that you can get from these eggs. Let me go ahead and remove all my stuff really quick. I just kind of don't really want them. Now, you might have actually noticed that some of these different items that you can get, some of them are limited. For example, there are a limited number of rocks in your town that you can break to get eggs from. There are a limited number of dig spots. There are also a limited number of trees you can shake to get eggs. However, the ones you get from fishing, slingshots, and wetsuits, those are unlimited. So if you cannot find any more rocks or trees or anything like that, you're going to want to do those. Personally, I found the diving one the easiest. I was stuck on the fishing one for a long time, and it was actually kind of annoying. But I had no trouble at all getting the diving one. In fact, I got 2 diving ones at just the time that it took me to swim out there and swim back to get one. So, you know, it was a lot easier to get that. Trees actually don't seem that bad, though, but, you know, I'll just have to see. Now, I'm only getting winning tickets here, though, but there is something else you can get from these Easter eggs if you want. Oh! As soon as I say it, I got the grand prize ticket! I'm the luckiest of the lucky! Oh, I am the luckiest of the lucky sometimes, guys. I like how he was like... Did you see that? Zipper, like, moped for like a second. That was kind of funny. Alright, Zipper. So, I'm gonna bring you a few tickets. Okay, so if we give him a normal winning ticket... he will give us a various item. An egg table. So there are all kinds of egg-themed furniture items you can get. There is an egg series. Why do you care, he says? Now, all that is fine and good, and you're going to want to collect all these. He will give you random items just like in any other holiday, similar to Pave. Now, what does this grand prize ticket get you? Someone as lucky as you deserves to have this. It's Zipper's pick. All right, here's a special version for our grand prize winner. Ready? Happy winner! Happy winner! Look at you! You are a winner! A winner is me. Yeah, okay. So, he makes the grand prize of his own contest a picture of himself. Talk about vain. Oh, God, that's too rich. Anyway, so I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna look for more eggs. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff, and let me just say, this is a really great holiday if you're like me and you like finding Easter eggs in your video games. Ha I couldn't resist. Oh boy, I am so lame. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go around and get some eggs now, and I'll see you guys back here a little bit later. Alright, it is now evening on this wonderful Easter Sunday, and damn it, I will make my net useful. Come here, Rocco! I'm gonna get fleas off of you. Yes, I was trying to be nice to him this whole time. Now, as you might notice, I want to relieve it that I had mange or something, but it was just a flea. How do you have mange? You don't even have hair. I don't know. You might notice that between those birthday glasses, I have a bee sting. Yeah, by shaking all those trees, I got stung by bees. Yeah, it was kind of inevitable to happen. So yeah, bee hives are here. Anyway, in addition to... Wait a minute, dick spot I haven't dug up yet. Oh, it's just a gyroid. Okay, so never mind, I didn't miss any eggs. Now, in addition to all the prizes you can get from those eggs that I said earlier, there is actually a losing prize. You can get candy from those eggs, potentially. In addition to getting the grand prize ticket or just the prize ticket. What can you do with candy? Well, you can eat it. Yes, with the wrapper still on. But you don't want to eat it. You want to drop it on the ground. You call me crazy. You're saying, like, Chugga, why would you ever want to drop your candy on the ground? Well, if you drop it on the ground, it gets infested with ants, which you can catch. You can only get ants if you have a food item, you know, like candy dropped on the ground, or if you have, like, spoiled turnips on the ground. Regular old fruit will not count. I believe rotten fruit counts, though, but, you know, there's types of bugs you can only get by dropping food items like that on the ground, and you might not have ants because they're kind of one of the more elusive bugs. Like, seriously, who wants to spoil their turnips on purpose to get a bug? I sure don't. Candy is free, so, yeah, I like dropping my candy on the ground in order to get that. Now, as for Zipper T Bunny, if you talk to him from the back, you can indeed see that it is somebody in a costume. He is not really a bunny, as hinted by earlier. So, could you stop staring at my back? You won't find anything there anyway. Yeah, he won't do anything if you talk to him from the back. Talking to him from the front, though, he'll do the same old thing. And the thing is, I turned in all my different prizes, my prize tickets to him. And very, very strangely, he gave me all 13 items in a sequence. I didn't get a single repeat until I had every item, so maybe this makes him a character that will give him to you in a sequence, kind of like the Snow Boy. And if that's the case, why couldn't all of them be like that? God, Festival was so frustrating. I had like 12 freaking carpets for the Festival set. It was so annoying. Ugh. Seriously, Zipper, why can't they all be like you? Even though he hates his job, yes. So, you know, we got everything taken care of. I got all the different items I wanted to get. I have nothing else I really want to do on this Easter event, so... Normally I'd get into things that we've missed since we last met, though, but there is absolutely nothing we've missed because we just met yesterday. It'd be kind of silly if something major happened overnight, even though it is Animal Crossing and anything can technically happen. So I'd like to go over something else. As you might have noticed, my house now has a second floor, a basement, a left room, a right room, and a back room, in addition to the base room. When that happens, you can go to Nook's Homes and do something kind of special that you couldn't do before. Remember those exterior renovations that were in Nook's Homes that we couldn't do before? Well, if your house has all the rooms that mine does, doesn't matter how big each room is, you can, for 398,000 bells, renovate your house into a few different types of buildings and all that. And usually while my home is my castle and all that, you know, I kind of like keeping my house like the way I want it, I would like you, through hashtag ChuggaCrossing on either Twitter or in the Facebook comments or the post of this video, suggest to me which of these nice looks for my house I should go with and why. Now, we do have a Japanese police station, and we do have a Japanese town hall, so I get the feeling a lot of you guys are going to say we should go with the Japanese-themed house, but I still would like to hear your guys' opinions nonetheless, because you guys tend to think of a lot of funny things that I don't. Now, I'd like to derail for a moment and talk about Zipper T Bunny. He's obviously somebody in a costume, and there were always a lot of theories about who he was, and I'd like to give this some attention. Even though I joked about him being Tom Nook, we can quite clearly see that Nook is right here, alive and well, and that it's not him. So, who does that leave? Well, a lot of people believe that he was Tortimer, you know, maybe Zipper T Bunny means Zipper Tortimer Bunny, but that can't be the case because Tortimer is retired now, and I can't really see Tortimer hating his job doing basically what he already does, you know, because he already handed out things on holidays while he was the mayor, so I can't really see him being that way. Some people believe it's Phyllis, but Phyllis can be in the post office while Zipper is in Town Plaza because Zipper will actually stay there till 6 a.m. tomorrow, so it can't be Phyllis. And then probably the most common theory was Lyle, because Lyle also hates his job as it is. But more interestingly, in Animal Crossing City Folk, Lyle was not at his workstation on Easter. Well, I'm here to tell you that Lyle is indeed here on Easter in New Leaf, so yeah, it can't be him either. So all three fan theories have holes in them, so I'm really, really curious who Zipper actually is. I don't know, maybe he... You know what? You know what would be really, really cool? If he was actually a bunny, just that his clothes happen to have a zipper on the back. and he just really, really hated his job being the Easter Bunny. I think that'd be actually a pretty cool take on him. Alright, well, we took care of a few things. We only talked to Rocco today, though, but before we go back home, I'd like to talk to you about something. Now, I was gonna keep this just kind of a little detail off in the background until I ran into the guy. But as you can see in the background, Biscuit's house is still here. Yes, literally 2 days after he said he was gonna move out a couple videos ago, he was like, oh, I'm having second thoughts, I should stay. So yeah, Biscuit played with my emotions again. I kind of wanted to leave it a small detail in the other video just so people could look in the background and see that Biscuit is there. But, you know, some people kind of were upset that I didn't talk to Biscuit, though. So you know what? Let's take some time and go talk to Biscuit right about now. Biscuit, buddy, you play with my emotions in a way that is as soulless as yours. Whoa, look at your face! Did you get stung by a bee? I know it looks bad, but don't worry. Use some medicine and it'll get better right away. Yes, yes, Biscuit, I don't need you to be Mr. Tutorial. No, I just said I don't need you to be Mr. Tutorial, and I don't need you to be like, oh, you need to take a break before you start to feel tired, even though you don't know that you're going to be tired until you already are. Okay. Ta-da! Check out my outfit. It's designed by someone from Anytown. Who would inspire such a nice design? Oh, come on. I've heard this one before. Come on, Biscuit. Tell me something new, buddy. Talk to me. Pietro and Chester are thick as thieves. Well, they kind of were at his birthday party yesterday. I'm not saying they're dishonest or anything, just that they're really tight. Okay, well, he does kind of reaffirm them being good friends. Yeah, Dog Bone. What's up now, dog? Sounds like cleaner than before. It's not trash or weeds. The air is really fresh. I'm pretty sure it's all because of the ordinance you put in place, dog. Alright, well, Biscuit seems to be enjoying his life here in Pallet. I do feel kind of bad for not letting him go, though, but he was having second thoughts yet again. Anyway, I was going to put away my megaphone, but I guess my inventory's full, and yet I put it away in that pocket anyway when walking indoors. Yeah, Nintendo logic at its finest. But wait, I very awkwardly broke the flow of the video with. There is something that I need to go over before we end this off. In yesterday's video, I went to Gracie Grace. I did not actually buy anything there. Once you buy your first item at Gracie Grace, after how long it took you to get it, you will receive a mannequin from Gracie. That is the fourth and final mannequin, so that covers all of them now, okay? Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled chugga. Next, I'd like to show you the downstairs room of the house. Now, if you do not want spoilers on what the Egg Furniture series looks like, especially complete, you're probably going to want to shut the video off right about now because it's going to be where we're spending the rest of it. So, let's go on down here. And for doing everything you can do for Zipper, you get this very strange furniture series. Yeah, I put the pic of Pietro here just because it fit the colorful theme, plus we got it today, so I thought it was really, really fitting. I have Cafe KK playing in the stereo. I thought that was very fitting. We have the TV over here. Let me Oh, I can't actually turn in that chair. Odd, you can usually do that. But yeah, these are all the items. You have that one that hangs on the wall. It was the only new one added in New Leaf that was not in City Folk, as the series was in City Folk as well. I gotta say, I really, really like the backs of these items, like how they're like painted eggs. They look really nice, like this sofa over here, or rather bench as it's called. But the thing that really steals the show for me is this thing, the lamp. Isn't that like the coolest Easter egg ever, man? I'd love to get an Easter egg that's, you know, just all bright colored, like that with stars all over it. Maybe even like have it be like luminous by having like a little like LED inside of it. And then just you open it up and, you know, instead of being a proper lamp, it actually has like candy in it and all that. You know, that'd be really cool if you had like a glowing Easter egg. Actually, no, I know. A glow-in-the-dark Easter egg that looks like that. That'd be a lot safer, and just have it had candy inside of it. That'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be so cool. I decided to put the grand prize ticket right here on the floor, just because I thought it'd be nice there. There's the Easter basket you get for doing the first thing for Zipper and all that. Here is Zipper's pick. Huh? There's a message written in small letters in the back of the photograph. Hippity hoppity wish wash whoa. I would've gone for wishity washity whoa, but okay. Thing about special animal picks. I didn't go over this before. The animal's pick is worth a lot of points during their month. So, for example, Blanca's pick and Zipper's pick are going to be worth a lot of points during April, whereas Jingle's pick that's in the upstairs room isn't going to be worth that much because it's no longer December. Just thought I'd go over that really quick because it was a mechanic I left out when I talked about picks last time. Anyway, though, I think that pretty much does it. So, what are we going to miss between now and our next meeting? Nothing at all, actually. Because our next meeting is going to be April 22nd, when it is Earth Day. Yeah, we're having a lot of meetings in April, I gotta say, but hey, I'm sure you guys don't mind. You guys like to play Animal Crossing, and I like playing it for you guys, you know? I enjoy my time here in Pallet, right? So, 2 days from now in Animal Crossing New Leaf, we're gonna be celebrating the Day of the Earth. See you guys then.